Yeah, good morning, everybody. So, today we will be decoding basically The Merchant of Venice into simpler version. So, it's basically written in Elizabethan text and we will be translating into simpler version. So, it is a plot, okay, and the plot is it always starts with an exposition. You have the rising action, you have climax, you have the falling action, and then you have the resolution. So here we will start with the exposition. That is the, basically you are introduced with the characters, you are introduced with the setting of the play, where the setting is, where is the play taking place, okay. So the play, it is, so this is the exposition, okay. So the characters are introduced and the setting is introduced. Now the setting is Venice, a street, and the characters here are Antonio, Salarino, and Selenio. They all are friends, they are colleagues, and they share a very good camaraderie among themselves. Now Antonio, he looks very lost, he is disoriented, okay, and he is disillusioned also, you can say. And he's speaking to his friends, okay, and he's saying that, in sooth, basically it is in truth, frankly speaking, honestly speaking, I know not why I'm so sad. So he's saying that I'm going through a melancholic phase, okay, and I'm very pensive, I'm in a pensive mood, but I don't know the reason, I'm oblivious of the reason why I am so remorse stricken or grief stricken. Now it worries me. Now it worries me means it makes me anxious. This condition of mine, how I have reached this condition, it really makes me feel anxious. You say it worries you. So you all are saying that you all are worried. I am worried too, okay? But how I caught it, found it, and came by it, what stuff it is made up of, whereof it is born. So he's saying that we all are sad, okay, we all are going through some sad moments in our life, or gray moments in our life, and but we know the reason, we all know the reason why we are sad. It is because due to some circumstances, or it is because due to some situation. But he is saying here that I'm really unknown, okay, that part is really unknown to me, why I'm sad, why I'm this consumed in this grief, why it is making me so worry. So it is very unknown to me. So he's saying that how I acquired it, I don't know, okay, and how I found it or came by it, how I got it, I don't know. So the circumstances, the situations which makes me, okay, so melancholic, I am unaware of it, I am oblivious of it. Now I don't know what stuff it is made up of. It is basically, I don't know what are its ingredients, you can say, or what are its constituents, I don't know, or whereof it is born. Whereof it is born is basically where it is origin, okay. So how I was plagued with it, this anxiety, this depression, I don't know, but I am afflicted with it, I know that. So I am to learn, and such a want which sadness makes of me, that I have much ado to know myself. So he is basically expressing himself, okay. He is saying this, I am plagued with this anxiety, depression, okay, I am distraught, and he's saying that I'm oblivious of this region, I don't know how I got it, okay, how I'm surrounded by it, or how I'm consumed in it, I don't know. And he's saying that this particular, it has made me hopeless, it has made me very forgetful, it has made me very absent-minded, okay. So I have completely lost my own identity, or you can say I have completely lost myself, okay. So I'm in such a hopeless situation now. Now his friend Salarino, he's present there, and what he is saying, he is trying to console and cheer his friend, okay. And what he is saying that why are you worried, I know why are you worried. Your mind is tossing on the ocean, so your thoughts, they are occupied by the cargoes which are lying at the ship, at the sea, okay, which are lying at the ship in the sea, and which are threatened by the perilous wind. So that is the reason why you are worried. Now there were your argosies with portly sail, like signors and rich boogers on the flood. So your cargo, your entire business cargo, it is lying in a ship, and that ship, it is being threatened by the stormy weather, by the perilous weather. That is the reason why you are worried. And you know, this ship of yours, okay, this ship of yours, they look very stately. With what? With canvas sails. They have got woven wings. You can see at the end it's written woven wings. It's the ship, it has got canvas sails. So it appears what? It appears very elegant. It appears very gracious. So it's floating in the sea. It seems it is parading in the sea. Okay, like how? So they are compared, okay, they are compared to the signors, the rich men, okay, they are compared to the gentlemen basically, and the rich burghers are the important citizens. So the ship, they are so elegant, they are so gracious, they look so gracious with their canvas sails that they appear like wealthy gentlemen or important citizens of the Venice city, or as it were the pageant of the sea. Now this ship, where his cargo lies, it is sailing in the ocean, okay, it is sailing in the oceans very elegantly, very graciously, and it appears it is parading in the ship, and it is surrounded by the other small ships, okay, and the small ships, they feel humiliated, they feel demeaned, they feel ridiculed by this ship, the stately ship, okay. So they are bowing the stately ship in reverence, in respect. So why they feel? Because it's so elegant, it's so stately that they feel you can say they feel insulted, okay, humiliated, you can say. So do overpeer the petty traffickers. So there are small barges, small ships which are also floating in the ship, which are sailing in the sea. So these, they look very insignificant in front of this big ship, okay, this stately ship. Now that courtesy to them, do them in reverence. So these small barges, these small boats, they are basically bowing this stately, this huge ship, magnificent ship, colossal ship, they are bowing to it in reverence, okay, they are surrendering themselves to the big ship, and as they fly them with their woven wings. So who is flying them with their woven wings? This stately ship, which looks elegant, which looks gracious with its wings, with its canvas wings, it flies through this, across, you know, it maneuvers through this small ships in great speed. Okay, this is what Salarino says. So he is basically consoling Antonio that don't be bothered. Okay, so it is a phase and it will pass away. Anybody who is sad, anybody whose business is at risk, he will be equally worried. Now another friend, Salanio, what he is saying, let us see. He is saying that, believe me, sir, had I such venture forth, the better part of my affection would be with my hopes abroad. So what he is saying, believe me, sir, had I such venture forth. So if such kind of business or cargo, my business was lying at sea, I would be equally anxious or worried. The better part of my affection, here it is the better part of my thoughts, okay, my thoughts would be occupied, it would be engrossed, my thought would be engrossed, okay, would be with my hopes abroad. With my hopes abroad means I would be hopeful, okay, that my cargo which is at risk, okay, which is threatened by the bad weather, the perilous weather, I would be hopeful that I would get some good news, and I would be waiting for that good news. Now I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind. But he's saying that I would be waiting for good news, but still I would be very cautious, I would be very careful, and at the same time I would be very petrified also. Okay, I would be very worried, and I would be vexed, means troubled. Why? And what in that troublesome situation, what I would do, I would do what I would do. I would pluck the grass, a blade of grass. And what I would do with that blade of grass, I would see the direction of wind where it is blowing. Okay, so to see the direction of the wind, I would pluck a blade of grass and I would see, and I would basically evaluate. Okay, so either the wind at the sea is blowing, okay, calmly, or it's howling, or it's bringing some threat to my cargoes. So peering, and what else I would do? So first he said that I would look at the blade of grass, and I would basically see the direction of the wind. And second, he is saying that peering in maps for ports and piers and roads. So piers are basically harbors, and so he's saying that he would very intently, okay, he would see the map, okay, and he would look for new ports, new harbors, new roads, okay, where his ship could be anchored, okay, or they could land. Are you getting me? They could be hauled. And every object that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures, out of doubt, would make me sad. So it's not a big deal, okay. Every object that might make me fear, so anything which would trouble me, which would vex me, which would agitate me, okay, or anything which would be risking my cargo at sea, okay, it would make me sad. It's very natural, okay. So we all know why you are worried, because your cargo is lying at the sea, okay.